Alright then. Let's continue on with this day. Alright, so in this city, go in the temple. Right, I just need to familiarize myself with everything. A lot fewer students are now sent abroad. That's good. Means that the university is working. I also want to check the education budget. Which, yes, it has reduced as far as I can tell. Yeah, I think I'll save up for a craftsman's guild. That's the third urban production building. Craftsman's district. The second one is the corporation guild. Then it's a craftsman's district, and manufactory, then steam-powered factory. Because this M&T goes up to the point where factories really start to become fully coal-powered. Well, no. Up until the Industrial Revolution started hitting everywhere. Right, so, I don't want this one because it only gives advisor cost reductions, which I'm not even running advisors at the moment. Nor do I plan to, anyway. I mean, I might, but I'd rather save the money for making more money. Because economy. This one will cost more to core, so I'll focus on that. Right, start fabricating frames here. I need the claim back. Actually expired a while ago. Summon religious advisor. Oh. Oh, I've got the first cultured one. -5, so I get half a stab point every year, and my prestige decay is slightly reduced, making it easier to get more prestige as it increases. Of course, that's gonna kick me once I go negative again, and I eventually will. I can burn prestige to increase the loyalty of the nobles. The thing about the burgers is that a lot of them actually is pretty good. Well, decent. A lot of them have penalties, yeah, but they also have some minor buffs. Like this one, ship costs increase, but there's also a slight increase in ship durability, although I say it wouldn't be worth it unless you've already built a bunch of ships. This one I really like because, on one hand, yes, a percentage of your court wealth goes into the estate's income, but that's a massive buff to the urban production modifier for the provinces owned by this F-state. Which for now is only 2 of them, or maybe 3? Well, they're here, and then they're here. They're not here yet, neither are they here or here. Actually, wait, I can just check. It's the political map owned estates. Right, the dark red is lesser nobles, the bright red is greater nobles, and the blue are the burghers. Tribals would be a different color. At least they should be. And I haven't seen the tribals estate in at very least 3 weeks, so... Sometimes it's difficult to remember in color anyway. Anyway, let's give them this. I mean, there's already a center of production here. Although I won't be able to fully take advantage of this province for a while. Oh wait, no! I guess the autonomy level is lower than I thought. Besides, that gives me stability. Enough to stab up. Oh, my Japan's dying. Manchuria is now a vassal, so either Manchuria successfully subjugated them, or they were tacked on at some point later to the war. Anyway. Oh, come on, increase autonomy. Well, fine. I will be taking that back soon. Very soon. In fact, I'm now the most powerful estate. That's lovely. Oh, my stability is 21. Yeah, let's give them honor. And let's take it right away. I don't really expect them to. Furious. Probably lose a stab, maybe two. Don't be two. It's just one stab. Okay. That's fine by me. It's not devastating. Which is preferential. Okay, so this is the one with the straight crossing. Okay. Yeah. So Buzan is unimportant. Don't really care. I still do have to be careful. Shoney's actually rather strong. At least when it comes to the amount of territory they have. Of course, it could be that just enough depth to raise them above a certain level of significance so they actually produce force on. Wait, that's a moment to see their troops. I have no idea where Koto's troops are. Because if they have any, they're not here. Youch. Yeah. Wow, they went all the way with that privilege, didn't they? Maybe I really should have resisted. Doesn't mean I won't be able to. Yeah. Not getting the full reward of this province anymore. No. Alright, so the province is now my core, so unrest will increase. But at least the autonomy isn't going to be through the roof anymore. Although my own power influence is going to start to decrease as, well, yeah, the significant expansions of local autonomy for the lesser nobles. I really should have resisted that demand, but I wasn't paying attention. I guess that's what I get for doing that. Of course, there's also the fact that my legitimacy and centralization will change. I think legitimacy will increase. Actually quite stable. Although once I eventually stab up, which I eventually will. There should be improvements. I could bestow, but I don't like any of these. Well, at least artillery is finally starting to become useful in combat. Although level 37 is when it really ramps up, because it's +2. When, at that point, artillery fire is at, how much? 1.7. Aw, the general dies. But really, he had 5 shock. Oh well. It would seem the political climate in Hosokawa is not as stable as was thought. Traveling across the country, Shugo Aiko was resting in a temple near his forces when the army's general saw an opportunity and surrounded the temple complex with his forces, claiming that the enemy was inside. Only the swift and decisive action of Loyalist troops led to the timely rescue of the Shugo and the traitor's capture. The general's motives are unclear, and he could well have been motivated by anything from a desire for revenge to a blatant lust for power. The incident has reaffirmed Aiko's control over the troops, however. The brief skirmish that erupted had cost the lives of many good men, and it is clear a renewed focus will be required on internal politics to ensure this does not happen again. There shall be no mercy for this dishonorable act. Oh well, I get 10 prestige. He died for mysterious reasons in their home. In his home. Lovely. He died for mysterious reasons in his home. Yes, very mysterious reasons. Humanism. Scholars studying the classics were forced to admit that they were often brilliant and applicable to the modern world, despite often being written by men who worshipped strange gods or spoke different languages. They began to judge them not as heretics, but on the merits of their writing. This humanist worldview allowed them to discuss topics that would normally be banned in polite company. Oh, it gives me another state. And I do have 11 states. If I were to open up the... that's a colonial, but there. Okay, this region has 5 states. Okay, 6, but am I really going to conquer Ryukyu anytime soon? No. Right here, there's another... Okay, 4. These almost have the exact same color. And another 4. Right? Yep. So 4 plus 4 plus 5. That would be 13. So I don't quite have enough states to state all of Japan, but it's getting close. There's also Hokkaido, which is the island of the Ainu, as well as What was this island called? I don't remember. As well as the Kurils. As far as... It'd probably be best to build a city where there's already a large rural population, so there's no issues. So I'll probably build it here. On the other hand... Yeah, the Arctic climate negative applies to the south of the island, but not the north of the island? Strange. Taiga? Forest Hills. The Forest Hills is considered Arctic, but the taiga isn't. Despite being literally a biome that only grows in very cold environments. And has worse winters. Sometimes this game. Heck, I can say the same thing here. Forest Islands, Forest Mountains. This province is to the north. I mean, sure, the winter's the same amount, but this one isn't Arctic, this one is. This one's Arctic. These inland provinces? Nope. I don't even know why. Why is it warmer inland? Usually the oceans provide a stabilizing influence to the temperature, not a destabilizing. They usually keep areas more temperate. Because water has a high specific heat. Because of this, it takes a lot more energy to change the temperature of water. Compared to, say, metal, which is very easy to heat up. Wood is not as easy to heat up. On the other hand, if it gets hot enough, it will literally burst into flames. And some trees explode because of sap. Well, that's not important. And plastic, it depends on what kind of plastic you make. Although I figure most of them are somewhere between metal and water. Although I can literally say that about just about everything else, so... yeah. Because of this, water tends to have a very stable temperature. Since, well, it's constantly being heated by the sun and then left to cool overnight. Still is should be pretty stable, though. I mean, that's part of the reason why when you terraform, you want to put in water, because it helps keeps the temperature stable, just as much as the atmosphere does. Or an atmosphere. Anyway, I'm digressing. Save, and end the recording. Until tomorrow.